All right, what's up, YouTube? What's up, Hammerheads? Ben HP Craig coming at you. All right, so second video here with Princess Ruby in our 2021 Power Wagon 75th Anniversary Edition. So first, let me say happy Independence Day weekend to everybody. I hope everybody has a safe, enjoyable 4th of July, Independence Day weekend, holiday weekend, all that good stuff. Have a good time, be safe while you're doing it, you know, and overall with everything that's going on, remember what a great country we do live in. It is still the best country on the planet. So with that being said, let's jump right into our next mod for Princess Ruby here. So we got a little trip planned for the holiday weekend and things, and we all know when you got a truck, there's not a lot of place to, well, there is a lot of room to store extra stuff, but you got to protect that stuff from the weather event. So looking ahead to our holiday trip here, there is some rain in the forecast. We've had rain off and on here for the past 2 weeks, and when you got the kids loaded up in there, there's not a whole lot of room for luggage and all your extra things there. And so where does that stuff go? Goes in the bed of the truck. All right, and I think maybe we've all been there where we've not had the bed cover, thrown that luggage and stuff in the bed, and then it rained, and you know, depending on how much it rained, depending on how much it ruined your trip and your clothes and everything in the back. So we went ahead and got a bed cover here. Take a look here. Obviously you see it's not that big of a package. So in previous vehicle ownerships, we've had bed covers, and it's, I think the couple that we've had have been the roll-and lock types, and I think we even had the automatic one at one point. But in those cases, the truck had already come with the bed cover when we bought it. So I've never installed one, I've never purchased one. So it took a little research on this, and obviously you see with how small the box is, it's not going to be one of the roll and lock type bed covers. With what I wanted to do, or with what I'm envisioning for an overland type build, I was really limited on maybe what I could pick for a bed cover. So I went with this particular one because I think it's going to work with the idea that I have in my head. By taking a look at the box, you can tell it's probably a soft bed cover, and that's what it is. Here we go. This is what we went with, the Truxedo ProX15. Okay, this is, seen a lot of videos on this, read a lot of reviews, got good reviews. Everybody said they've really liked it. It's sturdy, resists fading, it holds up well. And to be honest with you, I've always been kind of skeptical of the soft bed covers, but I think, you know, everybody's seen that truck going down the road and that bed cover's just flapping crazy on the highway, and you're just like, oh man, why would you ever get one of those? But I think here in the recent years, the technology for the Velcro has improved, the overall quality of the material, the vinyl and stuff has improved. They've learned a lot with the soft covers about allowing the covers to stretch and contract with temperatures, and they've added that technology, and so the soft bed covers have come a long ways. And then, so really it was just you know, kind of a debate. Do you want to spend $1,500 to $2,000 on a good hard cover, and getting one and finding one that would work with a overland rack, bed rack, or did you want to pay anywhere from $250 to $600 for a soft cover? and find one that you thought, or I thought would work with an overland rack. And so ultimately this is the one we picked, or the one I picked. So we'll see how it works out. All right, guys, we're gonna open it up and take a look at this. So you see here, there was a little damage here on the end for the shipping, and so it looked like they had to retape it. So hopefully nothing fell out, it's missing out of there, or anything like that. I will say this, the shipping was great. I ordered this yesterday morning. It said it wouldn't be here for a week, which was gonna press us for time on our trip. And hey, I got an email this morning that said it was gonna be here today. So excellent fast shipping. So we'll get this opened up here and take a look at what we got. So our owner's manual and instructions. Got our rails there with the Velcro stripping. We got our sealer there. The back of the bed. Brackets. Everything looks like it's in good shape. Don't look like anything got torn or the rails got bent or damaged or anything. So I think we're good to go. Let's start getting this sucker on the truck. All right, just take a look at your parts and what you're going to need to do this real quick. As far as tools, here I have just a small socket wrench, half-inch socket. I'm just going to use that extension to hand tighten as I'm holding the rail up there, and then I'll come back, tighten it down with the wrench. You'll need a flathead screwdriver for the tensioner to set the tension. Over here I have the microfiber. Here I just have some spray bottles. This is what I use for like any decals or anything like that that I'm sticking on. I have water soapy solution here, and then a water alcohol solution here, okay? Because the first step is to prep around the edges of the bed there. Don't skip that, you know. Prep is always important, mainly for the back part there, where you have to put your rubber seal there. And you'll see the main purpose for this is to seal that edge, but also to bring the surface up level when you have these plastic bed caps on. So this the rubber sealant there helps bring that up level, and then help seal that front side of the bed up against the cab. Your parts, you're going to have 6 of these clamps, 3 for each side, your 2 rails there, and your cover, and that's it. So I've already got my prep work done up there. We're going to go ahead. First step is to put that seal on the front of the bed there, so we'll go ahead and knock that out next. All right, to place this sealant down, you'll see here it has this protective covering over the sealant. It has this lip here. They want this lip flush with the inside of the bed here. So if you just pull a little bit loose, line it up, stick it down, and then as you go, you can slowly just pull the tape from the inside. Make sure it's flush and stick it down as you go. And you'll just continue this process till you get to the other end of the bed. All right, hopefully you can see this from that angle, but when you get down to the end, I did have about 3/4 of an inch or so excess. So there's no need to this is pretty stretchy, so there's no need to pull on it to stretch to make sure that you make it to the other end. You know, the more you stretch on it, the more tension you're going to put on the adhesive on the back side. So just lay it down and press it down as you go. And like I said, just pull this tape out as you go and stick it down, and you'll cut off the excess there flush with the bed cap, and then you'll be good to go. Okay, so there's the overall finished look of the seal piece there in the end. Happy with the way that went down, fairly easy and quick. All right, onto the rails. All right, so on to the installation of the rails here. Something just to note about the rails, you know, just picking them up, they're fairly light, and so it makes it easier for a one-man install. Also, the I guess the outside portion of the rail that hits up against the bed, they also have this same sealant on the inside there. So if you don't have the bed caps or anything, and in the future if you ever want to take this off, this will obviously help protect the paint along the edge of the bed there, so that if you ever decide to take this off, it's not all scratched up and stuff like that. So that's pretty nice. So putting the rails on, it does recommend that the bed, or the the tailgate is closed for this portion for proper alignment. We're just going to line this up here. Drop it down there. Now your clamp here, I'll give you a better look of how it goes up on underneath, and they say they want you to measure it you know, 6 to 7 inches away. We're going to throw it on there, just kind of hold it on there for now, and then we'll go back in there and make our measurements. Okay, we got the driver's side rail on the truck. Bolts are just hand tight. Just a couple things I want to show you here. Looks like we're good here, no gaps there. Okay. If you look at these clamps here, they have these teeth on them right here, and if you look underneath the rail here, I don't know if you can see, but right here there's grooves and teeth grooves in here, so it's fairly easy just to hand tighten this and get them to lock in place where you want. Of course, I haven't measured yet, but 6 to 7 inches from the edge. If you see here, the part that it clips on for the bed doesn't start till right here, so I kind of got it almost right in line with that. I'm guessing that's going to fall within about the 7-inch range there. And of course, you can put that one in the middle, and same thing down on the end. When the clamps come to you, this part is situated in the top groove. Mine seemed to wanted to, and then fell right in place on this bottom groove here, you can see. So that's kind of how they got set up. The other thing I wanted to point out is this little lip here from the seal. Make sure that doesn't get curved or pushed up under, and that it's setting on the bed like so. So once you get it on there, I'll go ahead and hand tighten this down, or actually I'll go ahead and tighten it down all the way, and then we'll move on to the next rail and go from there. Okay, passenger side rail is on and tightened down. There is one thing I just wanted to point out, because I kind of caught myself on it, but when it talks about measuring the 6 to 7 inches over here for this front clamp, or the one closest to the cab, however you want it, front, back, however you want to call it. So if you look up under there, there's a reinforced part right here. I don't know if you can see it, but it doesn't start till right here. It's a reinforced lip here. There is a smaller lip closer, but like I said, this looks like a more reinforced spot. So this is actually closer to about 9 inches away, because the one thing you also want to watch out for is that you have your tie downs in here. So if you were ever to use that, you don't want this sitting so close to there that it might interfere with that. So let's get this cover on. See how that works. Okay, the cover. So you see the cover comes with this little metal piece here on the end. You'll slide it down in between the cab and the tensioner here. One thing I had to do is eventually we'll push these clips over, and that's what secures this piece to the rest. Okay, there's a bolt right here. Now that controls how far over these are set when they're in the open position. This one I had to loosen because in the full open position of this, it sat on top of the rail here. So you loosen this, you can pull it back a little bit, and then that lets you set it down. This one over here, it was actually in the full open position. It was back here, and so I had to loosen it, push it up a little closer so that it was closer. And then you're going to slide these over until you hear a click, and you'll see like a little locking mechanism that pops down once you've pushed it over far enough. So need 2 hands to do that. I'll do that real quick, come back, show you what it looks like, and show you the little locking peg there that so that you know. Okay, so you push that over, it locks up underneath here, secures that to the rail. Here's the little locking peg. If you were to take it off, you push that up, pull the peg back, and it'll unlock it. All right, so from here we'll roll it back, make sure the Velcro aligns, come back and get it close, pull the tailgate and lock it, put up the tailgate and lock it in place. See what we got here. All right, so see, we got it rolled back here. Of course, it's not tightened all the way, but you have little hooks here that hook this back frame piece in both sides. This is where it will catch. We have the tailgate up so that the seal will seal over the top, and of course once we get it on and get it clamped down, then we'll go back and firm up the Velcro on both sides. So see if I can do this one-handed. I don't know. And the answer is no, it doesn't want to come down. So I wonder if that means the tensioner needs to be loosened, or maybe I just need to do it two-handed. Let me see. So come back at you and let you know. Okay, there it is. That's what it was. I just had to get under there and mess with the tensioner just a little bit. It was a little annoying. Had to go under there because I didn't know how much, you know, it would loosen. But so I'd go in there, loosen the tensioner, turn, come back, try to close it. Wouldn't close, go back under there, loosen another turn. It still may need to be loosened a little bit, and this one may be a little different, have different tension on this side than this side. You can see how much play maybe that it has there. That one seems to be sitting just a little flatter, so I may have to turn this one out another turn. Maybe they weren't exactly the same when it came. But you'll see that the seal does go over the entire part of the bed there when it's closed. For the most part, from what I've seen, these are pretty waterproof. So I think some people have gotten just a little bit of water in it, but I don't know. We're expecting possibly some rain today, so I may get to test that out and just kind of come back at you. I may make just a little review video here in a week or two. You see, it's got a few little wrinkles in it. I tried to pull it tight to the sides a little bit, so it's probably gonna have a little play with the wind and everything, but we'll see how it gets broken in. It's hot today. It's more humid, I guess. It's in the probably the mid 80s right now, low 80s, but it's humid. I'm over here sweating it. but so it's not so hot that you know, it's not as hot as it's gonna get here. You know, we're gonna have temperatures, you know, well into the 90s and even the 100s, so we'll see how this holds up. And of course, truck stays parked outside, so we'll definitely, in the sun here in West Texas, everybody knows how it plays on black stuff, and so we'll definitely get to see fade resistance and stuff like that over time. But for right now, I'm pretty happy with it. I'm happy with the profile look here. Look at that. I mean, it is pretty low profile. Got some rubber that I don't know if that shouldn't affect leakage because of the seal on the bed right here. But I've tried to kind of tuck that underneath the bed cap, and as that warms up, it may lay down as well. If anything, I may have some double-sided tape. I may be able to get it to lay down. We'll see what happens with it. But right now, I'm pretty happy. I may mess with the tensioner just a little bit more on that driver's side to see if I get it to set. Pull the Velcro a little bit, see if we can pull it just a little bit tighter. But overall, definitely happy with the look of it. And like I said, we should have some rain maybe today, tomorrow. Definitely when we go on our trip, I think we're expecting some rain. So we'll definitely be able to give you a review. Obviously when we take a trip on the highway, how much movement, how much noise, if it rains, how much does it retain water. You can see right there, see it has brace bars in there for support. We'll see how much it retains water on top, how much it leaks inside there, if any, and we'll bring you all those updates. But like I said, for right now, the Truxedo ProX15, I'm liking it. All right, like I said, all sweaty. Man, it's humid out here. I'm fixing to give me a holiday drink, I think. But that's what we got for you, the Truxedo ProX15 or 15X or whatever it is. I don't know. Like I said, we'll come back in a couple weeks, give you a little update on it. And but until then, like always, drop the hammer. Peace.
Do it.